I chose the film Beetlejuice as it's a personal favorite of mine. Beetlejuice was made in 1988 as a fantasy/horror movie. After a couple die in a car crash, they find themselves haunting their own home when a new family moves in. They try their best to scare out the new family on their own, but end up getting help from a man named Beetlejuice. If you say his name 3 times, he gets unleashed and the things get hectic from there. The director of the film, Tim Burton, is known for his dark, gothic, and eccentric horror and fantasy films. He's a unique individual and his movies very much show that. Film is art hugely in its own way, and I truly can't think of a director more creative than Tim Burton. Tim's voice stands out strongly in all of his movies because he has his own style completely. His narrative has a somber tone and feeling. The somber sense forms an ironic twist because of the exchange between the darker and lighter side of his artwork. Tim uses mise-en-scene quite a bit due to his prop set, camera movements, makeup, and costumes. Sound is huge as well, as he always has amazing soundtracks. Narrative form. The story of Beetlejuice reflects the director's voice very well, as this movie shows a lot of light and evil and it's intermixed quite well. I personally, for the longest time, didn't even know it was a horror movie because it captivated my attention more than scaring me. In the scene, which is pretty quick, is just the car crash that causes their death, which starts the whole plot and story of the rest of the movie. In class, we spoke on how a plot can really grab the viewer's attention. Cause and effect, realizing they didn't survive. In this scene, they discover a book that teaches them how to live as a dead person, and they finally realize they didn't survive the car crash, which takes a minute for them to process. Mise-en-scene, the banana boat song. This scene is one of the biggest mise-en-scenes in the whole movie, as it includes everything. The staging is everyone at the table and they're performing a whole dance and song. Costume and makeup, as it's very interesting inside the space at the table, and everyone's dressed in a classy but interestingly weird way.
Cute, Delia.
Daylight come and me want go home.
Otho, are you doing
Work
this?
all night and a drink a rum. Daylight come and me want go home. Stack banana till the morning come. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home. Live 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me want go home. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me want go home. Day is a day, oh. Daylight come and me want go home. Day is a day, is a day, is a day, is a day, and me want go home. A beautiful bunch, a ripe banana. Daylight come and we want go home. Hide the deadly black tarantula. Daylight come and we want go home. Live 6 foot, 8 foot bunch.
Sound is something I think Tim does very well at. I believe his soundtracks and sounds he inserts are very amazing. The technique of sound is so important in telling the visual of the story because it can add suspense when suspense is needed. It can add a lift up of happiness when needed. It can be used as a warning. It's an important element to a film. This video shows the sound effects Tim uses when the couple are turning themselves into monsters when they're trying to learn how to be scary. This is the main song of the film. It puts a bit of a creepy yet thrilling vibe that draws your attention. Summary. I believe this film serves as art in the eyes of the filmmaker because it's different, unique, something not everyone can do or even can think of because it's so out of the ordinary. Narrative form affects the director's voice in this film because it has the darkness with the fantasy as he's famous for. Mise en scene reflects the director's vision in this film because it's different. Every scene, the camera movements, costumes, makeup, and sound show what's going on inside Tim's mind. The sound affects his vision because he wants songs that clearly represent his mind and style. This overall is an amazing film.